Ivo Hugh is the engine that the Skarloey Railway needed. He is strong, smart, and has a heart of gold. But he also had a lot to learn to become as experienced as the older engines.
Rheneas for the Falls. This train departs in 5 minutes.
Which one are you then?
I'm sorry?
That's a funny name. I meant, which engine from books here? I don't recognise you.
Oh, I'm Ivo Hugh. I was in one of the later stories.
I see. Is the book named after you by any chance? I don't remember reading it.
Right away, fireman.
Oh, already. Alright, don't rush me. Oh, God's always impatient. Above all, Ivo wanted to find his place on the railway, like the other engines had. He hadn't quite figured out what he contributed.
Oh heck, I should have got on that train.
You're late. I've been waiting for 10 minutes.
I'm sorry. I was talking to one of the passengers. Skarloey told me that it was important to think of the passengers first.
Passengers first. Not when I'm in the picture.
If you'd left the top station later, you wouldn't have had to wait here so long. It might be good for your passengers.
Ha! Not in my book, it's not.
Sir Handel was, of course, too headstrong to accept advice from the newer engine, but all the same he did pay attention. On his next train, he did leave a little later, and by the time he reached the loop, Ivo Hugh had only just arrived.
Not a bad idea, Ivo. Feels nice to sail on by. Goodbye. Goodbye, Ivo.
Ivo Hugh felt pleased. He chuffed up the line, wondering how else he could help. The next morning, cleaners swarmed Skarloey and Rheneas at the sheds, getting them polished to perfection to take a wedding train up the line. Outside, the other engines swarmed the water tower.
Oh, come on, Sir Handel. How much water do you need?
One must drink until one's thirst is quenched.
But you aren't number one.
I am at this water tower. Wait your turn. Honestly, you just can't get the staff these days.
Maybe we should use the other water towers.
But we can't reach them without filling up our tanks here.
No, but if we filled up halfway, then we'd be waiting here half as long each morning. The water towers up the line are fed by the rivers anyway, so the thin controller wouldn't have to pay for the water either.
You're full of ideas, aren't you, Ivo? It's too late for me. I've got enough water to get me to Mars. I wonder if there's a water tower up there.
As if to lead by example, Ivo Hugh only took half the water he usually would, leaving Peter Sam very impressed. He did the same before steaming away to find his coaches.
Off we go, la 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 la. Come along now, come along. Quietly now, please.
Not so fast. You aren't a rocket.
Ha! If you didn't rock about so much, I'd be able to go even faster.
Oh, he can talk, can't he, girls? Yes, but not very kindly.
Quiet, you. Off we go, ha 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 ha! That's the
With
Sir Handel.
plenty of water and clear rails ahead, Sir Handel arrived early at the top station and simmered smugly as the refreshment lady set up her coach.
Simmering smugly.
Gosh, it must be a miracle. We're not due here for another 10 minutes. Enough time to let the kettle boil for once.
10 minutes early? Just enough time for a nap, I'd say.
Lucky for some.
Ivo Hugh followed on with the next train. He topped up at one of the stations and merrily carried on, happy to have found another solution to the timetable. Peter Sam wasn't as lucky. He had smaller tanks, and at each stop he seemed to have less time for a drink. And more passengers joining his already heavy train.
Wake up, Sir Handel. We need to get ready to go.
Oh, I need to read the morning news. Oh, huh? Oh, okay. Don't rush me. Give me a minute. Give me a second. Just take a second. Okay. No, everything's still too bright.
All flustered and quite dazed, Sir Handel scurried around his train.
Everything's so bright.
Watch out, Sir Handel!
Oh, I got flustered. Flustery second.
Ah!
Fred! Now look what you've done!
Oh, nobody notices poor old Fred.
Idiot!
We haven't got time to clear this up now. But the farmer won't be happy about that broken fence.
I always wanted an office job, not working in the field.
Oh, be a dear, Fred, and get this mess cleaned up. Thank you!
Always the fools do the dirty work. Oh yeah, that's me.
Oh, shut up!
Oh dear, who left this open? Oh, we're 5 minutes down. What a shambles.
Here, who turned the lights on? Hello?
Beep, 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 beep! Ready for takeoff. Off we go, please. Off we go.
Hello? Anybody there?
Do you hear that knocking sound? Well, I'm not surprised with the speed we've been going.
Sir Handel was early, then he was on time, now he's late.
Well, that's a handle for you. Look, here he comes now.
There's a Fred. Only Fred. It's all his fault. Can't stop for a chit-chat, Ivo. Goodbye for now. What's the issue? We're late enough as it is.
Right, we've just got word that Peter Sam has run out of water and is stranded beyond the next station.
Oh, fantastic. I'm beginning to think your ideas aren't so bright after all, Ivo. Huh. Could this calamity get any worse?
What's that sound?
The guard opens the tea-van door to find the refreshment lady covered in jam and cream.
I hope you have a good reason for locking me in my van. Just look what you've done to my scones.
Don't you mean scones?
What did you just say? You'll be scone in a minute, young man.
Do not mention this to Peter Sam.
What's going to happen to Peter Sam?
We rescue him, Ivo.
But that will throw the timetable completely out the window.
And so be it if you're helping someone in need. Especially if it's Peter Sam. Only I get to bully him.
He's had a change of heart.
Well, that's Sir Handel for you. There's no rescuing that timetable now. We'd best carry on before our passengers get too cross.
Ivo left with a lot on his mind.
Whose idea was it to build a cafe on a tiny railway coach anyways? Health and safety nightmare.
Oh, thank you for coming to the rescue.
Oh, well, it's just in the area, I thought I might as well. I wouldn't have bothered if it was Duncan.
I can't believe it. I feel so embarrassed.
Ha! I wouldn't know what that's like. Right, we best get out of the way of the wedding train.
Thanks for clearing the line, chaps.
The thin controller came to speak to Ivo Hugh.
Look, Ivo Hugh, I appreciate you trying to make things easier for everyone, but sometimes it's dangerous to cut corners. If everyone sticks to the schedule whenever possible, then that's the safest way to get things done. Tomorrow, I want you to work with Duncan so he can keep check of your rogue ideas. I'm starting to wonder if Duncan was the best choice for this.
Thank you both for making this such a memorable day for us. You truly are two of Sodor's finest.
I suppose it can't always be a happy ending.
Look, Dad, it's Cody.
Actually, my name is Ivo Hugh.
Oh, why are you purple?
I like being purple.
I like purple too.
Ivo cheered up. He was quickly realizing that his place on the railway was defined by every decision he made, good or bad. It wasn't always easy to know what was a good decision, but perhaps Duncan would help. I can't tell you whether he did, because I'd spoil the next story.
I killed the refreshment lady.
Many thanks to my brilliant channel patrons: Alex Goodman, GBH Train, D0280 Falcon, Sean Tempest, RandomThomasFan, Darkwhite73, Andrew Dyack, Priestley Walter, Ryan RTS, Ewan Pentland, and Steampower4472.